The South Australian harness racing community was deeply shocked and saddened when Kelly Billinger, the daughter of highly respected trainer-driver Darren Billinger, lost her life a year ago in a tragic motor accident. It's been a tough road for Kelly's family, but a very special horse called Come On Frank has greatly helped them in the healing process. Hilton Donaldson reports.
The horse started as the family pet. He's still the family pet, and he's certainly a character around the place and not treated like a normal horse, that's for sure.
Every trainer knows what it's like to have a slow one, a horse they think just simply won't make the cut. For Darren Billinger, Come On Frank certainly fit that bill.
He was a very ordinary early two-year-old and used to be 100 metres behind all the others, and I certainly wanted to get rid of him, but the girls were in love with him and they kept whacking away, and he slowly but surely got a little bit better and went to the trials this day and ran second at the trials, and he was that excited about it he went home and made a Facebook page and put it up.
The horse that beat him in the trial was one called Duncan Idaho, and we come home and he had a Facebook page, so Frank decided that okay, that's it. If he can have one, so can I, and I can talk to him.
He's got hats, he's got shirts, he's got fridge magnets, he's got posters, and he's even got pens with Come On Frank written on them. So they're all sent in by these Facebook friends, and yeah, he's a very lucky horse.
A horse having a Facebook page is certainly nothing new in this day and age, but what started as just a bit of fun in early 2010 has now gone on to play an important role in the Billinger family's lives. Lives that were changed forever on April 30 last year, when they tragically lost the eldest of their two daughters, Kelly, at just 17 years of age.
Kelly and her cousin Chloe travelled to Victoria just on a girl's whim, and to get a dress or something it was, I think they just decided, and yeah, a simple case of fatigue, and Chloe was driving and Kelly was asleep with her seatbelt on, but she had her seat down, yeah, and Chloe fell asleep and they rolled and she died instantly.
I was actually on Frank on the track. We'd just finished a fast work and I saw the police car there, and from then I just screamed. I just screamed hysterically, because in the movies, police don't come to the door unless there's a fatality. So I've found out since that they do, but I didn't know that at the time, and I just thought, oh my God, I knew Kelly had left the night before. So yeah, I just fell in a heap on the road and I don't remember a lot.
Few would have questioned the Billingers had they decided to pack it in, turned out their horses and grieved. But in the memory of Kelly, they soldiered on with heavy hearts and continued Come On Frank's preparation towards the Group 1 Southern Cross final.
Yes, Kelly was never really she liked riding horses, but she wasn't really into the trotting game. And yeah, being a normal teenage girl, there was, she was sometimes hard to explain to her father some of the things that she used to do and have, but Frank was our thing that we all kept us together. And
she loved him.
She loved Frank, and so did Jodie, and obviously Julie did as well. And from the day he was born, we used to walk around and leading him and talking about winning the Southern Cross final and just joke about that throughout. And so that was the dream that we had. He just grew wings that night, and with that support, it was just wonderful. He come from well back in the field and just rounded him around the bend and went straight to the line. When normally when he hits the front, he likes to knock off a bit, but not that night. He was on a mission.
He had a message from somewhere.
Yeah, we do believe that, yeah, as funny as it seems, he runs with Kelly.
Come On Frank goes to the lead. Global Views coming in a second placing. In front, Come On Frank. Oh, this is a winner sent from heaven.
It was an unforgettable moment that left a lump in the throat of those who witnessed it, while also providing a ray of light during the dark days for the Billinger family.
Come On Frank, he just being Frank for some reason, I think with the people behind him is what helps me get through, because, I don't know, it's knowing that you've got that support, you know, and when he wins, people are genuinely happy because they know the bond that Kelly had with Frank. So that's what helps me get through anyway.
We were very close. Yeah, we were kind of like best friends as well. So, you know, because we were only 18 months and 3 days apart, so we were kind of the same age as well. So, you know.
Without her big sister there to look after her, Jodie, known as the introvert of the pair, has found her voice.
I've changed so much as a person. I used to be the shy one, the one that didn't say anything. She used to do all the talking, like literally she used to talk for me. And ever since she's passed away, yeah, I've become way stronger, and yeah, I don't know. I've changed so much, so yeah, all for the better.
She's a rock, you know. Jodie was so quiet, she was a tomboy, and I think the first step, the change we saw was actually at Kelly's, we called it a celebration of life. We didn't call it a funeral. She decided to read a eulogy out, and she practiced and practiced and practiced to make sure she got it right. And it was just unbelievable. And she wore Kelly's formal dress to the celebration, and from that day on, she's become a lady. She's loud, which has never been Jodie in her life. I mean, she's always been so quiet, and she's just a different person, yeah.
My main aim in harness racing industry would probably be to be a trainer. I've already, the last 3 years, I've been trying to convince Dad to let me train Frank, but it hasn't really worked yet.
Gee, there'd be an uproar, wouldn't there?
Yeah, there probably would be, yeah.
In January this year, Come On Frank proved that Group 1 success certainly wasn't a fluke when he stepped out in the SA Cup consolation, the Dudley Justice Plate, a race even his trainer thought was a class above him.
That night it was a C3 taking on M5s basically, and I was actually going to put in 3 or 4 back the fence and just see what happens, but on the way over, Jodie said to me, she said, "Now what would Dad, what would Kelly do?" Put him into the race and give him a chance, she said. So that's what we did, and yeah, he was good enough to do it.
Now Hillview goal kicking back, but it's Frank! Come on, Frank! He takes out the Dudley Justice!
This horse, for those that don't know, is special to the family. We lost our daughter sometime this year, and this horse represents her. So every time she wins, he wins for her. Thank you. The crowd, there was masses on the lawn, and everybody was screaming for Frank. And obviously, because of the emotion with Kelly and the fact that this horse runs with her, it was just overwhelming, and it was probably one of the highlights of my life.
It seems the sky's the limit for Come On Frank, and with every victory that comes along for the Wonder Horse and his loyal reinsman, there's no doubt Kelly Billinger, with her angel wings, is right there, riding along with them.
Our sincere thanks to Darren, Julie and Jodie for allowing us to do that story. It was very tough on all three, but they handled it with great sensitivity and great dignity.